Watch the tape. Watch it.
Watch the
Everything
tape.
was a seed.
Film never lies.
Everything was a seed, man.
And we're back with episode 15 of Film Never Lies. Zach Collaros is here. Championship weekend just ended. I got a lot of things to say about it. I got a lot of questions about some quarterback plays, certain plays, Zach. But one of the things I thought stuck out in both games to me, completely different, but was situational football.
Yeah.
How much, when you're playing quarterback, are you tuned into situational football? And I'm not just talking about the half. I'm talking about the flow of the game, what's going on, how well your defense is playing. Do all those things key into your mind?
Oh, for sure. You're always kind of viewing the game as a coach would, probably as the head coach or one of the coordinators, right? There's a thing that we talk about in football. It's complementary football. So you kind of got to understand what's going on. Well, to me, it's just like, hey,
I get it. It's just
it's how all of our units
fit in.
And I feel like in the CFL, not to make it a CFL thing, but
no, make it a CFL thing.
This New England game, the New England-Denver game, was kind of like a CFL game. There was a lot of special teams involvement. There was a lot of field position, a chess match, so to speak. So there was definitely some situations in that one. Definitely ones in the Seattle game that we'll talk about. But as a quarterback, you always got to be clued in. You got to be talking to the coordinator. You got to be talking to the head coach. Like, hey, what are we thinking here? Are we trying to run clock, or are we just trying to play at a normal speed?
Yeah.
Do we need a field goal here? Are we going for a touchdown? A lot of those things matter. And as a quarterback, it's always kind of in the back of your head as you take the field.
Okay, so you mentioned special teams.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in part of a team where your special teams suck?
I can't really recall.
Yeah.
I can't recall one where it just was noticeably bad. No.
So if I can vent to you for a little bit, I
Sure.
would say that my time in Seattle, every year we were a good unit. There were a few years, special teams wise, we were an absolutely great unit, dominant.
I thought you were going to throw John Ryan under the bus there.
No,
never.
No, I wouldn't do it. And John was phenomenal.
Touchdown pass.
To Gary Gilliam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. He's had a couple fakes too. John can run a little bit.
Yeah.
So we had a great punter, athletic guy. John obviously could throw a little bit. Everyone knows the infamous touchdown pass. Back in the Hauschka days, also very accurate kicker.
Yeah.
So, and when I think of shitty special teams, like kickers do play into it, but like that's not anyone's fault but the kicker usually if he misses a kick.
Right.
Hauschka was great for us, a lot of clutch kicks. One year in Detroit, our special teams were absolute dog shit.
I thought we didn't talk about that year.
Yeah, we don't, but let's say we were.
Okay.
But our special teams coach was fired in the middle of the year, and it was like based on the operation I had been through in Seattle, how clear everything was, roles, responsibilities, and then what we were doing in Detroit, I was like, this makes sense why we're so bad. Everyone's confused, the rules are all janky, and our coach was a very old man at the time and had no idea what he was talking about. So that's partially why they sucked. Sometimes I wonder, like, how do the Rams special teams suck so bad? It's really not that complex of a unit. Is that a fair thing to wonder?
What plays are we talking about? Just the muff fumble?
The muff fumble, but I mean, all year with these guys, they've had field goal issues. They got the Eagles game, brutal, blocked, miss. They had some missed kicks, again, isn't on the coach. The first Seahawks game, they have the punt return touchdown. It just never ends with these guys.
Yeah, I mean, obviously a lot of it probably comes down to scheme, and there is different philosophies on special teams. I'm not going to sit here and pretend to know exactly what those are. Like
they're not complex.
Okay, well, you probably played special teams.
Oh, yeah.
The last time I played special teams, I got ran over in the Rubber Bowl in Akron. Back in 2008.
The what bowl?
The Rubber Bowl.
The
in
Rubber
Akron,
Bowl?
Ohio. Oh, yeah. Great.
Who were you guys playing?
The Akron Zips.
Wow.
I actually ended up going into that game.
Really?
Yeah, our starter.
They have a cannon, right?
No.
Don't they have a cannon?
I don't know. No,
the wrong team.
No, it was the last year.
I'm thinking of Toledo, maybe.
Toledo, yeah, the Rockets. This is the Akron Zips. Sean Lemon, who played in the CFL for a long time.
Yeah.
I was tasked with blocking him.
Wow.
Yeah, as the third string quarterback, and I got destroyed, just completely run through three times.
Love that for you.
So that's the last time I was on a special teams.
Yeah.
Is my point. So there are some complexities, but I think at the heart of it all, it's determination, it's grit, it's athleticism. So I don't really know how to answer your question.
I always wonder that.
Yeah.
Again, as a guy, I would not say I was a teamer.
Yeah.
But like I probably have quite a bit of snaps.
Yeah.
On Punt return. So, yeah, the special teams thing is a bit strange for me because I always found, like, it's pretty simple. And obviously you're going to get beat here and there. But to have consistently bad performances, I always found it a bit bizarre.
Yeah. And it's unfortunate that it swung the game the way that it did in the Seattle game, for sure.
Especially with the quarterback play. But I mentioned situational ball.
Yeah.
Both, I always felt like, we're going to kind of get into this, but I had the experience of playing in Seattle with Pete Carroll. As far as like a culture goes, he was on one end of the spectrum. You know, very laid back. We still were very intense in practice, very fast.
Yeah.
Like we practiced, I thought, hard, but clean.
Competition, right? Yeah.
Yes, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
The other end of the spectrum, I would say, was the Bill Belichick style. And I did get to experience that with Patricia for the 1 year we don't talk about in Detroit. And for me, everybody else falls somewhere on that spectrum. But one thing that, like, both guys preached, and almost everything they said was opposite, I'll be honest, like even how to win a game, not to lose a game, thoughts going into the game. It was like polar opposite ideas.
Yeah.
But one thing they both were always on the same page is like we have to be great at situational football.
Mm-hmm.
In tight games, I thought that was a big difference. And we're going to go over this half thing, Zach, but I kind of want to ask you a few things. You're going to fire up the iPad, how you would have handled it differently as a quarterback and, you know, things that could be said in the huddle.
Yeah.
So we're going to start here with the end of the first half. And again, now I'm going to circle a few things. You're going to get this iPad here in a sec. But we're going to look at this right now, okay? Rams are up 3 with 1:33 left. And this man right here, Matthew Stafford, is one of the greatest 2-minute operators I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So we were talking off camera. You were saying in Winnipeg, sometimes in this situation, you guys will run the football to start.
Yeah, it's a little bit different, obviously, with the 2 timeouts in the game in the CFL and the way that the clock stops in 3 minutes, right? But a lot of the times what teams will do, and we certainly have done this in the past, is we want to run the football first to kind of put the defense in a bind. Are you going to call a timeout and stop the clock, or are you going to let it run? And if you let it run, we're going to run the clock a bit to make sure that if we do extend the drive here, if we do convert on 2nd and down, which will be 3rd down in the NFL, that if we continue the drive, you're not going to have a shot to get the football back, right? So that's what we're really trying to do is
100%.
run the clock out and score a touchdown here.
Okay, so what Pete Carroll would always preach, if we have the ball in a 2-minute drive, score or end with the ball.
Right, that's well said.
End with the ball is considered
it's much more concise.
Score end with the ball. And again, it was just drilled in my head where it's like, hey, we're on the field, score end with the ball.
Right.
Score end with the ball.
Right.
That's how we got, especially at a game like this, 13-10, you're rolling. This is where it got a little funky for me. So we start with the run, and we get a nice chunk of yards. So I don't mind that at all. And again, I'm going to circle a few things. Seattle does not call a timeout.
Okay, so no timeout. Is it 25 seconds left? I'm half blind without
Yes,
my
25 seconds left on the play clock.
25 seconds left on the play clock, right? So to your point, Matt Stafford is one of the best, if not the best quarterback left in the 2-minute drill.
Yes.
So let's go fast here and try to score. At the same time, you know, if I'm the coach, and you can go look back at the 28-3 Super Bowl, the Shanahan and Matt Ryan thing, and say the same thing. Let's run some clock down to not allow the other team to get the football back. Instead, we're snapping the ball here with 25 seconds left on the play clock. And I believe we throw an incompletion here to stop the clock, right? And again, it's a safe route. Like, it's supposed to be a pretty easy one to win. You catch the ball in bounds, and you can continue to run the clock. But instead of putting Seattle to a decision here, like, hey, let's use a timeout or not use a timeout, we've now thrown an incompletion. It's 3rd and 5 with 1:10 left.
Totally. So now, again, and Seattle's got all 3 timeouts. This is where, to me, we talk about situational ball, and it gets a bit janky. Okay, and I thought that this is a small play in the game that it potentially, you know, ended up really jamming these guys. As you look here, and we throw this incompletion, and now, all of a sudden, we're punting the ball with 54 seconds left.
Right, and again, like if you were to look back at the play before that, when Seattle chose not to call a timeout, 20 more seconds could be run off the clock at this point. So Seattle will be getting the football back with about 25 to 30 seconds left. Instead, they're getting the ball back with 1:04, or after the final, probably 54 seconds here, with all 3 timeouts.
So, again, and it's a complete different MO right now. If you're Seattle and you get this ball back with 25 seconds, your thought process is field goal at best.
That's it.
And instead...
Even with the 3 timeouts.
Yes, with the 3 timeouts here, you're pushing it down the field, and what an absolute collapse by the Rams.
What a seed that was, though. And a great catch and getting out of bounds there. Moving forward to stop the clock again, we still have 3 timeouts left, right?
Yes. And the details in situational football. Again, we come back. We was talking about in the corner, or excuse me, the comeback, but JSN sneaks out, moves forward, balls. Clock stops. So 10 seconds have gone by. No timeouts to use. Look at Sam Darnold right now.
Just what a throw. And what a catch. I mean, hanging on there. Like, in the moment, I thought it was a cheap hit. You know, I'm an offensive guy.
Yes.
I always think there should be a flag, but just it was a clean hit. But he knows exactly what he has here. We got a 2-shell. I mean, both teams play shell coverage the entire game. Great play call. And if you're a young receiver in Canada, the U.S., wherever you're at, and you want to learn how to run routes, watch JSN run routes. It's unbelievable. And just an unbelievable throw there. And again, so now instead of there being 15 seconds left and you had to burn a timeout, we got 37. We can still run our entire playbook. We called a timeout. We were able to huddle up. We still have 2 timeouts left here.
Yeah, and it was the corner post by JSN was just
dirty,
absurd.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden, come out here, and again, you can check the ball down because you have 2 more timeouts.
You're not fighting to get out of bounds. Like, none of those things really are crossing your mind. Like, It's like the whole playbook is at your disposal here.
Another thing that I thought jammed the Rams up were missed tackles.
Yeah.
The amount of missed tackles here, like, it's small things, but, you know, you're sitting there, clock's ticking. If it's 2nd and 3, your mentality is completely different as a play caller.
Missed a lot of tackles. I mean, the first touchdown of the game, Kenneth Walker.
Yes.
They ran duo, and the Mike linebacker came clean. I mean, it just made him miss and walked right in the end zone. And then later on in the first quarter, made a guy miss, too, to keep them out of a 3rd and long situation. Like, just not great tackling all night. And this is such a cool concept. Like, you see teams run this concept a lot of times with the running back being in the JSN spot here, but they've moved him around, and the Rams do a lot of this too with Puka. They kind of line him in weird areas in the backfield to kind of mess with the rules of the defense. The Seahawks now are kind of in a bunch formation. We talked last week a little bit about condensed formations.
Yes.
This will be more of a bunch, right? We have 3 receivers now. And again, if you could look at what the Rams are doing here, and you can see it here in the view, I call it a box. Some teams call it cube. But the Rams now have 4 defenders over the 3 offensive players here for the Seahawks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you, Luke, because you know I'm terrible.
How we doing right now? I'm drawing this up as we go.
Here we go. And I think in the simplest way to describe
this is the condensed formation here, and they're the 4 defenders for the Rams we're looking at.
Right. So, like, this is why I love the condensed formations and why I love bunches and all those things, because it dictates how the Rams can play you, like how defenses can play you. And one of the checks is this cube check, this box check, whatever to call it. And all it's telling you is these 4 players have different zones of that box, right? And so what the Seahawks are going to try to do here is to flood the concept. So we're going to send the first player here, Shaheed. You got to respect his speed. I know it's tight, but you still got to respect his speed. He's going to run right at the cornerback and try to take him out of the equation. And he does a great job of capturing him.
So we're canceling this out.
Canceling that guy. There you go, cancel.
That's how we trust me. We're talking London Junior Mustangs ball now. We're canceling boys out.
Okay, so now, and then we got Cooper Kupp, releasing second, and he's like just an underneath master of just finding, holes in the zone. So they got to understand where he's at. And again, he's flooding the zone here. He runs a little whip route.
And we're going to cancel this out.
Yeah, to attach the low defender. And now you got JSN, who was in, again, kind of a running back spot to start, the play. Running a flood, running a sail, running a little corner route, and they all lose him. Look, I mean, this is probably the easiest touchdown pass that Sam Darnold's ever thrown. I mean, he's getting hit in the chest, but still just nobody around him. What a great play design. And earlier in the game, they ran something similar where JSN is kind of hooked up there, but It didn't matter. Like, all the pieces of the equation, all the pieces of the puzzle did exactly what they were supposed to do. Shaheed cancels the corner. Cooper takes the underneath defender, and wide open.
So when you're watching this as a defensive coach or a defensive player, is there anyone that they place the blame on, or is just like scheme beat us?
I think scheme beats you. Like, in our league, you see a lot of it, and I think defenders play a little bit differently. They play a little even further off. You'd have to have a DB on here to really talk about that, but they do a really good job of passing off that second level stuff. So if a cornerback is really savvy there, the first player who was Shaheed on that post trying to cancel him, at times, guys who are really savvy, really good at that position, really familiar with it, are able to pass that to the safety and kind of fall off onto the sail. The scissors concept that we talk about, tough for the Junior Mustangs. Tough for any quarterback in Canada, especially with those wide hatches.
He's on me right now.
I'm just telling you,
Okay.
Make him run a bite.
Let me
Make him run a
this.
bite route.
I'll get you right. Okay, we're talking football now, and I want, like, quarterback-wise, I always hear these people be like, progression.
Yeah.
At what point are you reading that corner? No progression here where it's like, okay, Cooper Kupp's underneath, this guy's canceled. Is there any thought from a quarterback perspective where, the paper says go 1 to 2, but really, if this corner passes off, I need to thread this to Shaheed?
Okay, so I think that would definitely be an alert, right? Like there's progressions, but there's alerts built.
Oh, okay. Talk to me.
There's alerts built in the progressions, right? So if that was in the open field there,
Yes.
that Shaheed post would definitely be an alert, like especially versus that type of coverage. Hey, we got quarters. Essentially, that box is quarters coverage, right?
Yes.
And if that safety were to come down and attach to JSN, now we can alert that post, right? In a tight area like that, I'm sure that McVay was like, hey, or not McVay, sorry, Kubiak was like, hey, I need you to go get this corner to attach, and we're only reading this sail route, this flood route.
Got it.
1A, 1B to Cooper Kupp underneath, and I think on the backside we had a dig and a check down, right? So it was a pure progression. I'd imagine if it was some kind of man rotation, now we can alert our dig on the backside. We could still start there, but our eyes would come back to the dig, right?
Got it.
Yeah, the Shaheed, the sail, the flood, whatever you want to call that, is the way I would teach it is, hey, we got an alert here. If we get quarters, I want you to start your eyes on the safety, on the inside top defender of that box. If he sets his feet, now we can activate this.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go back to situational football.
Yeah.
Again, this game was an awesome game. We just went over the half. You saw the touchdown. Great scheme there. We're going to get into more. I thought the Seahawks coaches won the scheme battle across the board. But
It was a great battle scheme.
It was.
Like both teams.
Both teams.
If you love like offensive football, yeah.
Crazy.
I wish they could play 3 more times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought, we'll get into this, but I thought that was kind of the Super Bowl.
It was awesome. I was texting buddies the whole time, like, I wish we could watch this again in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agreed.
Yeah.
But mistakes jam you.
Yeah.
And we're going to get into Vrabel here in a little bit, but I go into this whole, like, yo, you can't lose a game. There's a difference between we got to go win the game and letting someone lose the game for them.
Yeah.
And this is a key moment here. And you want to talk about the Rams, why you'd be sick when you're buzzing this film, is it's like, all right, we gave up 7 at the half, which we puked all over ourselves situation there. You come out at halftime. McVay made a ton of adjustments, as we saw. The offense was rolling.
And they're off the field. Like,
You get off the field.
Yeah.
They gave up 1 first down. Rams gave up 1 first down and then had them in 4th and 19. So you can see this here. They're punting from the 27-yard line. Dixon comes up here. It's a punt safe look. And we're just jammed. I don't know. We missed this thing. We misjudge it. And what's crazy to me is, like, you wish at this point right here, just let it bounce. Let this ball bounce, hit the ground. If you lose 15 yards, who cares?
Stop, drop, and roll. Just get out of the way.
It's better than this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that is...
as much as, the comment earlier about the coaches, like, that's just an unfortunate thing.
It's brutal.
It's brutal.
Because the very next play...
Yeah. And again, Matt Stafford and the Rams offense have now been on the field for a combined 2 plays, like in the last hour and a half in this game of real time, right? It was 13-10 when they came off the field.
Crazy.
Yeah, 17-13, and then first play here.
Again, Zach, what jams me up here is it's like, situationally, you're bad at the end of the half. You come out here, make a rookie mistake and a punt, and you said it, you've got an MVP in Matthew Stafford. There's 14 points scored in a game that's this close where Stafford hasn't been on the field since that 2-minute drive.
Yeah. It's tough, man.
Makes you sick.
Makes you sick.
And tip your cap to Sam Darnold. He was awesome.
Yeah, for them to convert, like, in 1 play there to score a touchdown.
Yes.
Like, just it swung the game entirely, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It really did.
Agreed. Now, we got to talk about a little Matthew Stafford, just for some, what I like to call football porn here, man.
Dog.
Let's pull this guy up. Okay?
I'm so sad. This was a Stafford legacy game.
It was a Stafford legacy game.
It's not even be remembered.
Seahawks ruined it. Okay, you're down 11, 10.5 minutes left in the third quarter, 2nd 6. Let's just, again, these are for us having some fun. Talk to me here. Talk to me about the accuracy of that throw.
Just a long handoff. Look at his eyes to start it here. He knows what he has.
He knows what he has. So you're saying at this point right now, do you think he already knows I am
Yes.
throwing this right here.
Yes. So there's two ways. Again, like McDonald, even the Rams, like they're all playing the shell coverage. okay?
Yes.
So whether it's man coverage across the board or they're playing a trace defender with that safety on the backside hash on the right side here, Luke.
Yep.
Tracing across, fishing across, whatever you want to call it, to number 3. So Matthew knows, like, hey, all I got to do is hold that guy, whether he's going to center field, which I'm sure he already knew was man coverage, or whether he's looking across to number 3 here. He knows I got press coverage against Devontae Adams. Let me just hold the safety for a split second, and I'm just going to throw a long handoff here, and that's what he does. And this is like, what a response here after not being on the field either, for an hour and a half, like 24-13. They go right down the field and score a touchdown.
So this is what I absolutely love. So
This
again,
is training camp stuff, dude. Like this past year.
I'm gonna reiterate what you're saying here.
Yeah.
Is Matthew right now?
He knows he ain't going over to the left.
He knows he's not throwing to the left, but he's
No.
trying to manipulate this individual, even if he just holds him there
Split second.
for a split second. He's trusting his guy Devontae to win this one-on-one.
And if you've paid attention in the NFL for the last 12 years, like Devontae Adams does not get checked to the line of scrimmage very often.
No.
Like, he's gonna win on press, and he does easily there.
What I love about Matthew, and first off, just look at him throw, and tell me if you've seen this. I want you to just continue to focus right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, after he throws this, kind of pimps it a little bit.
Oh yeah,
Look at the accuracy of that.
dime, long handoff, dime. Dude.
Long handoff. My guy said long handoff.
Like, he knew at the line of scrimmage, as soon as he like took a little, he held him to the left, and all he had to do was peek instinctually to the right side. He knew it. Just throw it right there. I'm sure that was at, like, we had a coach named June Jones at Hamilton there briefly, and he had
Jones.
He had markers. Hawaii legend, run and shoot.
SMU, I think, as well.
He had little markers on the field for where exactly the ball should be thrown on fade routes, and I would guess, and I don't want to butcher what his yardage was.
Yes.
I would guarantee that it was directly at that number right there.
100%.
Yeah.
It's just
31 yards, 32 yards, and it's a touchdown. Now, he didn't score there, but it was perfect.
scored it on the next play.
Yeah.
I want to parlay on that.
Yeah.
Shout out FanDuel Canada. Big parlay. Big parlay. Anyways, I digress. Back to Stafford. Okay, so now we'll go back here a little bit. Here we go. We're still trailing. 1st and 10.
Oh, this is after the penalty too, right?
Talk to me.
Yeah, this is after the penalty.
After the penalty.
I mean, I kind of love the play call. I'm not sure if it was designed this way, but they went right at the guy who made the big mistake
Yes.
and double moved him.
Drake Woolen.
Yeah.
That's what you're watching here. And can I ask you this? How hard is it to throw a ball this accurately this far? The reason I'm saying that is, like, you look where Stafford lets this thing go. Let's call it the 41-42.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a 40-yard pass.
Yeah. I think a lot of guys would tell you that throw is easier than throwing like a slant route.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why. I mean, it's probably because as quarterbacks, you enjoy working on that stuff more. Like,
Yes.
everybody wants to throw the deep ball, Chicks dig the
long
long
ball.
ball, right? So it's something you work on a lot. I'm sure that him and Puka have done this religiously together, just rep this concept. But I just love the play call. Again, you kind of get saved there with the taunting. I don't love that call.
Yes.
Like, I don't love, there's taunting that goes on all the time in the league, but I digress there. But just, again, great play call, great execution by Stafford, and a great catch by Puka here.
Who is Stafford looking at here? Like, is it hard to go under center, turn your head? Like, what is your first thought? Am I protected, or do I just go right away?
He knows he's protected. Like, he'll know pre-snap that he's protected. On a concept like that, again, he probably knew where he was going already. He just wants to hold whoever that player in the middle of the field could be. So he snaps his head around to confirm coverage, and he knows he has it. Now, does Puka win or not? That's what you have to decide on, like, in those split seconds. Am I going to throw this or not? If
Does
not,
Puka win or not?
does he win or not on the route? If he doesn't, then he did an unbelievable job all game long of getting down to his check downs and his burst by his back and stuff like that.
Got it. All right. We're moving on to some more Matthew. 4th and 1, 31-27.
Yeah, this is when I thought it was legacy game for him. Just like breaking a tackle there.
Dude, it's DeMarcus Lawrence slings his little hand heater pad off his body.
Yeah.
I stood up in the room at this point and was like, there's no way
They're not
Stafford
losing.
doesn't get this done.
I mean, look at this play here. Look at
Okay.
this. It's supposed to be a screen, And then them running the option back to Puka. They've never worked that. Again, like this is what I thought. It was like, this is over. It's Stafford's night, Stafford legacy game.
Like, again, I'm laughing here. Look at DeMarcus Lawrence. Okay, he almost used him as the pitch key. It's just straight speed option.
There you go.
Yep, boom.
Hey.
Like, are you kidding me right now? So he's doing it on schedule. He's doing it off schedule.
This drive started at the 10-yard line, too. Like, they've been going for a while here.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I'm obviously thrilled for the Hawks. I feel for Matthew, where I'm like, he has the MVP. I'm a big Matthew Stafford guy. He has the MVP season. You know, it'd be nice for his resume to have another win. Again, we'll see if the Patriots get it done, but I'm a big believer that was the Super Bowl. And it's like your punt return guy jams you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. I was pulling for the Rams there, too, for the same reasons. I love Matthew Stafford. I love Darnold, too, and May. I think they're both going to win Super Bowls in their career. And
yes.
One of them obviously will win this weekend, or next weekend, rather. But I was really hoping to see Stafford get another one to kind of cement his legacy. First ballot Hall of Famer. I've been saying he's amongst my group of friends, and they all think I'm nuts, that he's a top 10 quarterback of all time.
I agree with that. I agree.
Here's the thing is, when you listen to these guys who are playing the NFL, it's one thing coming from me, but these guys who play.
Dude, you always downgrade yourself.
I'm just saying, who am I to critique Matt
You've been in Canada for too long.
I do say sorry way too much. But he's just done so much over the course of his career.
Totally.
I mean, Calvin Johnson, Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, all those guys are the leading receivers of their respect.
With historic numbers.
Insane. I just don't think he's ever got the respect he's deserved. And again, what I was going to say before you started making fun of me for apologizing and acting like I'm Canadian. If you listen to any of these guys talk on a podcast, if you listen to any of them talk, if they're on ESPN, NFL Live, whatever that it is, all the quarterbacks in the NFL look up to Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why.
I agree.
And it's not just because he's tough. It ain't just because he can throw it a mile, but the way that he plays the game, the knowledge of the game, the way that he manipulates the defense. And he's been doing the different arm slots, the different arm angles, the stuff that Patrick Mahomes gets all that love for.
He's been doing.
Stafford's been doing it for years. Darnold does it too, man. Darnold's pretty unbelievable at it too.
Yeah.
He doesn't get enough credit for the talent that he is.
He's about to start now.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason he's the number one pick in the draft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Yeah.
Speaking of Sam, but before we move on to the NFC, I love a good revenge story. Mm-hmm. The real revenge story here was Cooper Kupp.
Yes.
Cooper Kupp, let's pull the film up, baby.
Scoring a touchdown.
This guy was, in some of the third down conversions, this is a huge run here, pretty much sealed the game. 3rd and 8. We call Cooper Kupp's number.
Just the drive concept. Shallow cross, yep.
Are you kidding me right now? Look at this. And this is what I want to show. Look at how.
That's a more difficult throw than you understand,
imagine.
too. But what a catch, though. Look at this catch.
And that's where I'm like, they say it's a game of inches. Look at this. I'm telling you right now, if Cooper Kupp does not hang on to this, I would bet all of my money that we were talking about the Rams going to Super Bowl.
Yeah, this was this end of the game, right?
Yes.
Essentially. One more first down and it was over.
Jimmy Graham did that to us once, not in the same situation, but when he was in Green Bay.
Yeah.
We had mounted this big comeback against Aaron. I'm like, it's going to happen. We're going to do it again. We're going to move on. It was the divisional round.
Yeah.
And at Lambeau, and Jimmy Graham caught a 3rd and 8, similar concept.
Yeah.
And just kind of looked at our sideline, and I've told you this, but Jimmy's my fucking guy. And I'm like, man, it's tough. I love Jimmy.
You were happy for him?
I was happy for him, but I'm like, there was a moment of vindication.
I've been a part of some of that.
Where I'm like, it had to be Jimmy, didn't it?
Yeah. Can I ask you this?
Yes.
I don't think we have to belabor is this a catch or not a catch or a first down discussion.
No.
I really want to go more Luke Willson here.
Yes, talk to me.
Were you sitting at home or here at the studio watching this saying, man, I wish the NFL's under 3 minutes was like the CFL's so the Rams could get the football back?
So, you know what? Take the screen off. Take the screen off. Let's have his chat. Let's have his chat.
Because
Let's have this
I want to
chat.
hear from you.
Yeah. I'm really glad you asked me that. So I got a lot to get off my chest.
Okay.
The NFL, when you are down, okay, and I would say down by a possession, okay, is a much better entertaining product due to the fact that there are so many things that occur. Where to use your timeouts.
I understand your argument there.
Push the ball down the field.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't really
It's a different style of
Correct.
It's a different approach you have to take in the last 2 minutes.
Bingo.
For sure.
And like from a product standpoint, now on the flip side, okay, the idea.
Were you watching last night thinking, man, I wish this was Thursday Night Football, CFL?
Absolutely not.
I need Stafford to have the ball back.
I mean, I found it entertaining. I wanted Stafford to get the ball back, yes. But I found it entertaining. It's like, okay, you know, we have to go and make plays like this, like on Seattle's side.
Yeah.
But where I think the CFL gets jammed here is it's almost too far the other way. Where I'm like, everyone is always worried about I'm just going to say it. Oh, we don't want to fucking kneel the ball out. It's a 3-down league, dude. There's not the extra kneel down. Can I ask you, why, like, would you not want to sit back there and be like, yo, 2-minute drive, I've got to sling it down the field?
Yeah, but you still have to do that. I understand your point of view. I really do.
Dude,
but it is a
there's
different approach.
literally
You could
no
throw more
rush.
checkdowns. You could throw more hitches. You could certainly run more plays within a minute, 2 minutes, for sure.
I think that
I meant more
Dude, this
of
gets
the.
me hot.
I meant more of the, hey, like there's a minute 40 left. There's no timeouts.
yeah.
I trust me. I've argued with Osh like way back when I was first in the league. Like,
Yeah.
hey, like if the game's over, the game's over. You lost all 3 of your timeouts. We're gonna kneel it out and run it out.
Yes.
But being on both sides of it,
Yes.
I don't know. It's
No, you can say it, man.
even when you're trying to run a game out, you're sitting there thinking like, man, I wish we could just take a knee. So I understand both points of view. I was just really curious to see what you were thinking in the moment.
hot button
If
topic.
that came into your mind at all.
No. I think that the CFL is designed to have the sweet spot of the best of both worlds because of the 3 downs. And I would love to see you get the football left with 35 seconds of play clock instead of 20, where you're like, hey, I can now come up, check, cover 0, we use our timeouts, and push the ball down the field.
Yeah.
Instead of rewarding you for being like, oh, you know what? We're going to stop the clock if I throw this check down and my guy gets 12 yards. So that's where I come from. Is that a fair statement?
That's perfectly understandable.
I'd like the best of both worlds.
Yeah. I hate to have made you go on that diatribe, but I was just curious to see if you.
I'm very mad right now at the rules committee. Very mad. I have my own suspicions of what happened, but I digress. Personal suspicions, to say the least. Back to the NFC here. Cooper Kupp. Okay.
What a catch.
What a catch.
What a catch. What a fish.
All right, changing gear now. We're going to the Maye bootleg here. All right, we're gonna close this thing up here. AFC was obviously not as much to talk about, but I'll be honest with you. Mike Vrabel used to always say, Matt Patricia used to always say, more games are lost than won in this league. This guy was not throwing the football.
Yeah.
Like,
It was all Belichickian.
it was Belichickian
It
win.
was like he was roaming the sidelines yesterday.
Yes.
I mean, Braves was there for a long time,
Vrabel's there for a long time.
catching touchdowns in Super Bowls and
Yes,
sacking
and he
quarterbacks.
knows how to win.
I thought what you said was perfect earlier about the difference between Pete Carroll and Belichick and all those guys who coached under him.
Yes.
And you're right. Like, they just didn't lose the game. They
don't lose.
They just decided, hey, Stidham played okay in the first quarter. It's a weather game at this point. Let's make him beat us. I mean, there was a point we were talking before we came on here where they literally, and I would have done this differently. If you don't want to complete the ball, if you don't want to take a chance, I would have told Maye, hey, just go down so we can run more clock. But they literally rolled the pocket on 3rd and 9, and he just launched it out of bounds. And they're just like, and Braves is going, get off the field.
Get off the field.
And they
Does
punt
not
it back.
care.
Yeah, doesn't care. Yeah.
Dude, again, in this right here, you mentioned this, talking about losing versus winning the game. Like, I saw this, and I'm like, I know this world. It's 10-7, it's 3rd and 9. Broncos have 2 timeouts. Theoretically, if you get a first down here, the Broncos are going to burn 1.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is almost to win the game. I thought, hey, they're going to give him a shot here. Mm-hmm. Dude, my guy came out here and said, actually,
no, we're not.
Here's, mid-zone.
Take the ball back.
Look at him. Get off.
Yeah.
Get off. You think he cares, man? No. I mean, he cares about winning, but what I'm saying is Vrabel mastermind this game to the point where it was like, again, I'm not trying to win. I'm trying to make them beat us.
Yeah, I mean, he's won many games in like a muddy fashion like that. And again, he said, we got a quarterback here who hasn't started a game in 2 years. It's whatever the temperature is. It's snowed more in the fourth quarter than it snowed the entire year. Like, let's punt it back and see if they can beat us.
Okay, so now this came out recently. Game clinching play here. I got to ask this from you because when I read what actually happened, I thought this was nuts.
Yeah.
Okay, so they have that play we just watched.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden we go down to the very next drive. The Broncos are out of timeouts. We'll pull this up here. It's 3rd and 6 instead of 3rd and 9.
Yeah.
Does the play look familiar? Absolutely. Okay.
Mid-zone.
Mid-zone. Okay. Maybe it's wide zone. We're just getting collapsed at the tight end. But it's like, that's another gripe of mine, man. If we're going to bring in an O-lineman to play tight end,
Yeah.
we can't get collapsed there.
Yeah, we didn't talk enough about
We can't get
the
collapsed.
outside zone, really.
We can't have the edge set if we're going to
Yeah.
bring in a 300-pound tackle.
That's tough. Lay off the ball, too.
Yes,
Look at
dude.
that. I mean, it is loud there, right?
Totally.
It's mile high.
Totally. But anyways, Drake Maye pulls this thing.
Do you believe it? He called his own number?
That's what he said in an interview.
Did Vrabel comment on it?
I haven't seen a Vrabel comment on it, so that
I saw
was
a lot
my
of players
question.
did. They said he did.
When you watch this,
Yeah, nobody knows.
let's operate under the assumption that Drake Maye called his own number in that situation. So we'll run this back. What's crazy to me, dude, is when you watch Drake, this is the one from before, he doesn't roll out here. Like, people would be like, oh, he has a tell. You know, you're not allowed to watch videos, it's still frames. You watch Drake, again,
Yeah, no boot.
There's no boot.
Carrying out of the fake.
This
That's
is
a big,
where I'm
that's
looking
a big
here.
minus in the football world.
okay, no carrying out the fake, nothing. So it's not like he's got his eyes backside looking for something over here.
Yeah.
So I got to ask now, Zach, would you ever do something like this?
I've changed calls in the field. We've talked about that on this podcast before. The last time that I called my own naked bootleg, I think I was playing for Steubenville High School. I was a freshman. It was a practice.
Okay.
Okay. It was one of those practices where it was pouring down rain.
Love this.
It'd been pouring down rain for days.
Yes.
And we're freshmen, so we're on the practice field. It's grass.
Yeah.
It's muddy. Sean Crozier, who was then our principal, was also our head coach of the freshman team. And he keeps walking in the huddle. He keeps going, pro, ISO right. And we kept running pro, ISO right for about 18, 19 plays in a row. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not being hyperbolic.
Yeah.
18, 19 plays in a row. And we're just, and our fullback is just smashing the Mike linebacker and over and over and over again. So finally, at some point in my own head, I'm like, I'm just going to keep this ball. And I kept it, and I ran 30 yards for a touchdown, and everybody was happy that we didn't just run for 1 yard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I got back to the huddle, and let's just say I'll never do that again.
The coach smelled
Not
it.
happy with me. No.
So
Not
do you
happy
think
with me.
Vrabes is upset about that?
No.
I'll
I
tell
don't
you
think
why.
so. I mean, Drake Maye's the franchise guy.
Yes. I think why this one, I think he might get the green light.
Well, it worked.
Not just that, but it's like if he's smart enough to be like, if it's not going to work, just go down.
Of course.
It's the same thing that would have happened.
Of course. Yeah, of course. True.
But I did think for a guy who's in his second year,
He's already had that second contract unlocked, dude.
that's a lot
He's
of
already
balls
got the
right
second
there. To be like,
contract
hey,
unlocked.
boys. Didn't even say anything in the huddle.
I know. You could see the way they blocked it. Like,
Yes.
everybody turns around like, what's going on?
And he just said,
Yeah,
I'll
that's
just peel here.
That's a good point. Like, it's next. I mean, obviously, next level IQ for a quarterback to understand those moments, and it's something that's drilled into you all the time. Talking about, what to do if you are on the edge there. Obviously, we're not going to throw the ball out of bounds, but yeah, he wanted to end it right there.
I mean, respect to Drake Maye.
Yeah.
All right. Last thing we're going to chop it up about here in the AFC Championship game, 4th and 1. Talk to me here, Zach. Talk to me about this play. Like the call, hate the call, get the call.
Well, they obviously don't get what they want from a coverage standpoint. So, I mean, I'd like to think that there was some way of getting out of this play.
Yes.
Right? From the quarterback. You got a young quarterback in there. I mean, not young in age, but a guy who hasn't played a ton of football. But I think situationally and, the analytic people can say what they want to say about everything and kicking field goals and going for it on 4th down. Like, to me, in a game like this, the way that the Denver Broncos defense was playing, you take the points. You just take the points and say, hey, you're not going to score on us, because they played that way basically the entire game. But yeah, I'd like to think that, there was an out here on this play to get them into the right play, or just let the play clock run out and kick a field goal.
So one of the things when I watched this, thought was fascinating is, and you could see that because they're just not prepared.
Yeah.
Okay, ideally, and we're going to draw a lot of lines here, but you're running a full zone left. Okay, so this is what you're hoping for. We're releasing here, and then you basically seal this edge here at the tight end position. Okay, but this is what gets really weird because it's not that complex. If you watch now, the Patriots are running a stunt. So they stunt here. Everybody moves one gap over. Okay. So what's strange to me, though, is still, theoretically speaking, like you should know. You should have built in, like it's not, even though it might be zone blocking, you have a man because we're releasing here. We still have to stay on the edge here. So this is your, like no one's here to block.
Yeah.
So again, I got a lot of lines in the screen here, but we sell down and we loop out to it and we're dead. I mean, we're just completely dead here. So I really thought that was just a strange situation where, and perhaps they were hoping.
It's just all bad. Like the receiver doesn't get off the ball. The tight end is late here getting off the ball. Like in my opinion, again, depending on how this play was installed for the different fronts that we're going to see, I would think the tight end here, 45 on the right, would wash all the way down to block the free man here. And now we're going to be throwing off the widest guy.
Totally.
Like, that's kind of, to me, how that play usually works out. And then he becomes a delay route. You know, like if that defender gets into the face of Stidham here, then he could become a delay, like kind of relief throw.
Yes, I would say this as a guy who's played this position. Okay, the idea that you're very detached because you're the second tight end, you're off the ball, and you'd be blocking what I would describe as a 4-eye here.
Yeah.
Like there needs to be some communication with him.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is just a very, very bloody play call that's kind of destined to fail, and ended up being a massive moment in that game.
Huge moment. Yeah, it's a huge moment, and I don't think anybody, I mean, if you're being truthful about it, like in the moment was like, man, that was a great call there to go for it.
I don't think anyone I've talked to also feels that way.
Yeah. Like, again, just kind of from the vibe of the game, the way that game was going, you could tell it was going to be a defensive struggle.
Yes.
The snow didn't start coming until like the middle of the third, whatever that was, which was crazy. It was like nuts. It was like,
nuts.
I played in some games in Calgary that way where it's like sunny, 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 and then it's like blizzard. It's nuts. The Rockies, right?
Yeah.
But I think that game had that feel like it was going to be a defensive struggle the entire game. And to me, you take points in those situations.
Got to. Zach, I got one more quick question for you.
All right.
You're a big Steelers guy.
Okay.
Big Steelers news, head coach situation. Mike Tomlin stepped down. I want to be very clear here. There's some kind of thing like, oh, they mutually parted ways. Everything I read, Mike Tomlin stepped down. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think they wanted to move on from Tomlin. I really don't.
They then hire Mike McCarthy.
Shocking.
Okay.
Shocking.
I got a couple boys. One of my boys, shout out my boy Nick. He's got Hines Ward's glove in his room. When he was a kid, Hines Ward threw him his glove. Dennis Barham around here might be the biggest Steeler. My boy Nick and my boy Dennis Barham are the two biggest Steelers fans I know. Yeah. Dennis is like the godfather of TSN.
Yeah.
Where are
had
you
him
at?
On here to comment this.
Yeah, yeah.
Are they happy about the hire?
They're not thrilled.
Yeah.
Where are you at with this hiring?
Yeah, I was surprised. I would say like not thrilled either. Surprised in a sense like I've only known 2 Pittsburgh Steelers head coaches in my like entire life. So I feel like a part of like my childhood is gone. Bill Cowher was like in his 30s. Tomlin was in his 30s. So I thought we would go that route. Like there's a lot of young coordinators in the league. You watched the game last night. Like how do we not interview Kubiak? How do we not interview one of the coordinators from, I think we did from the Rams. I keep saying we, like I'm part of the Steelers organization.
Dude, for a fun fact, you're from Steubenville, Ohio.
Yeah,
How far away is that from Pittsburgh?
I'm close. It's like a suburb of Pittsburgh, we like to call ourselves.
What, 30 miles?
About
25?
30 miles from Pittsburgh, yeah.
So you're right there.
So I grew up a Steeler fan, yeah. So I was definitely shocked with this. I think, again, I thought we were going to go younger. McCarthy's had a great career. He's got a great resume. He's won a Super Bowl. He's worked with Aaron Rodgers. Did some great things in Dallas as well with Dak Prescott. I mean, he can coach quarterbacks. I think his system is a little dated to what the systems are that are successful now in the NFL. You could comment on the Patriots and McDaniel kind of run some of that stuff from like the early 2010s. But I thought we would go younger. I don't know what we're going to do at quarterback because, again, when McCarthy and Rodgers were kind of making their way out of Green Bay, it always felt like there was some animosity there. So I don't know. I didn't love the hire. As much as I respect, the Rooney's hiring a Pittsburgh guy. I probably would have gone a little bit younger.
Hiring a Pittsburgh guy?
I think so.
I'll tell you what I do love.
Yeah.
Content that's created.
Yeah.
I saw a tweet today.
Is it GIFable or memeable or what is it?
Something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Somebody tweeted, like, stepping away from Mike Tomlin and hiring Mike McCarthy is kind of like shitting your pants and changing your shirt. Like, dude, it's electric.
Yeah.
I mean,
if you hire Tomlin, Harbaugh is great. The Harbaugh, like the family, they're unbelievable coaches, but like those two and McCarthy, they're all kind of the same person.
Totally.
Like their records kind of bear out the same way.
Tough for me.
Yeah.
And I'll kind of wrap this up here. We'll get into the top 5. Is I think if there's a thing, and I'm going to actually throw this in the CFL's direction as well. If there's a thing that you should notice as a fan about football right now, and the way football on both sides of the border is evolving, it's how important coaches are.
To the quarterback specifically.
That's number one for sure. And it's like, I look at yesterday's game, I would say Vrabel stole the AFC Championship game. We just won over the Sean Payton 4th and 1. Like, there's not much Stidham can do on that. Yeah. He's dead in the water.
No, unless there was like an out.
Totally.
Go ahead, yeah.
You look at, Clint Kubiak, what he's been able to do. I think Sam Darnold as a whole, compared to everything he's been through.
Okay, look at Sam Darnold's progression.
Yes.
Jets with Adam Gase.
Bloodbath.
I mean, I know he worked with Peyton Manning and did great things with him. Peyton Manning's one of the best of all time.
Yes.
But, Darnold's kind of got bounced around. Then he lands with O'Connell in Minnesota, who's kind of a quarterback whisperer.
Everyone what did you say?
Quarterback whisperer.
It's really strange because everyone that I speak to says that about Kevin O'Connell, except for a guy named Arash Madani. Okay?
Arash.
That's my guy. That's my guy.
I like Arash, too. Yeah.
Arash is an anti-Kevin. He's a big Vikings guy.
He doesn't like KSC?
Hates him.
I thought Arash's shtick was he hates Cousins.
He might. I didn't know that.
No, he doesn't like Kirk Cousins. I know that.
He doesn't?
No.
We got to get him on. You got to get him on.
He does not like Kirk Cousins. How you not like KFC?
Arash Madani, man.
What do you want O'Connell to do?
I'll text him. Yeah, he does. He's not a big KFC guy.
Anyway, Darnold goes to KFC, and he plays some of the best football he's played in his career, if not the best football he's played in his career. I think the last 30-some-odd games, what is he, like 31-5?
Yeah, it's
between KFC and Kubiak. And last night he played the best game of his career. Like, so, circle this all the way back to Pittsburgh.
Yes.
McCarthy has worked with quarterbacks, and he coached one of the best of all time, Aaron Rodgers. And whether Rodgers wants to give him his credit or not, like,
totally,
a big part of his career is played in that West Coast and what he learned in that. But I feel like the game has evolved. Like the McCarthy system there's not as many layups. There's not as many play action. Hey, all you're looking at is the free safety here. And if he sets his feet, we're throwing the post. And if not, we're going ABC, right? It's more, we're going to spread them out, at least with Rodgers and Dak Prescott. And the quarterback's got to be the focal point and make a lot of decisions in the game.
That's why I was disappointed for Pittsburgh. Because I was like, you see Mike McDonald, 2 years, Super Bowl. Historically, Vrabel, same thing.
1 year. Yeah.
These guys are changing the game. And it's like you went to a guy whose name is Mike, whose last Super Bowl appearance was in 2011. There's another guy whose name is Mike, whose last Super Bowl appearance was in 2011. He was the coach of the Steelers.
That's good.
So that was that.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's get into this top 5. Top 5 this week's kind of fun.
All right, let's do it.
Let's wrap this up with this week's top 5. Shout out Yoder Smokers. Leading into the Super Bowl, let's talk top 5 Super Bowl moments. I'm going to put a bit of a caveat.
Okay.
Malcolm Butler's name is not allowed to be mentioned. We're probably all going to have to see that.
I wouldn't do that to you.
Thank you.
I wouldn't.
We're going to have to spend a lot of time watching that play over and over. I'm sure it'll be brought up. There'll probably be a documentary on it this week.
Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of that this week.
Yeah, so let's leave that out.
Yeah.
Let's try and put one together here. And if you don't mind, I'm going to start here. There's a moment that I think no one really talks about.
All right.
Okay. It's Steve Air McNair passing to
Was it Dyson?
Dyson, I believe.
Was it Kevin Dyson?
And he reaches out at the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
I'm going to put that in the top 5.
Like an iconic moment.
Yes.
Yeah, he's reaching. Yeah, it was close.
And like, I hate to sound like this guy, Zach. It's a bit philosophical, but you always hear like the coaches, like every yard matters. Every inch, fight for that inch, fight for that blade of grass.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Mike O'Shea's asked you to fight for blade of grass, hasn't he?
Oh, for sure.
So it's like, dude, it's kind of like in the coach's favor there where you do everything and you're a yard short. I always thought that was just an iconic moment.
That's an iconic moment. I was a big Eddie George guy, so I'll never forget that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got one. The first one comes to mind for me is, I can't remember what Super Bowl it was, but it was the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh.
Warner's involved in both these.
Yes,
Warner's involved in the Rams,
Yeah.
and now in this one, he throws an interception to James Harrison. And that return right before half.
Nuts.
Like, just what a 14-point, 10-point swing that was. I remember where I was. I was at the Carey House in college. Connor Barwin was getting ready for the NFL draft. We're all drinking beers, eating Adriatica's pizza. He's eating a fruit tray, trying to get ready to run his 40. And I'm the only Steeler guy there, just standing up, going crazy, yelling. I'll never forget that one. And I got another one from that game, too, that's always been special to me.
Yeah, that is an iconic
one.
moment. With all the talk we just had about situational football, imagine that happening.
Right there. Was there 12 seconds left?
Insane.
And I can remember, thinking to myself, I think simultaneously, as I was screaming at the TV, to go down so we can,
Yeah.
So we.
Oh, dude, you're.
Yeah.
You're a Pittsburgh guy.
Kind of a yinzer. Yeah, but go down so we can kick a field goal, and he just kept going and going and going. And he scores a touchdown. It was crazy.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. Awesome.
I'm gonna be a little selfish here and go. One of the top 5 Super Bowl moments that I have, and I think should be on this list, is the snap over Peyton Manning's head.
Yeah.
Like, to me, you went in there, you had the greatest statistical offense of all time, one of the greatest, some people would say greatest quarterback of all time.
Oh, yeah, he was unbelievable.
And we start this
Best season ever, too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We start this thing where you snap the ball over his head.
Game was over right there.
Yeah.
You could have shut it off.
And we were, ferocious pregame.
Yeah.
Having that happen, I just think it's a pretty, the symbolism of that is up there for me.
It was like cruise control for you.
Yes.
After that. I mean, I can remember where I was watching that one, too, and you could have turned the game off.
Yeah.
You guys just destroyed.
Bloodbath.
Yeah.
They got nothing cooking.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Just cover 3 every snap.
Yeah. Correct. Every
domination.
time. Yeah. It's funny.
Cam Chancellor and.
I was really hoping Denver would beat New England and Seattle would beat LA for that reason, because then all week, instead of the Malcolm Butler play, it would be like
the snap over Peyton.
Yeah, do you remember when the Seahawks dominated?
Yeah.
But now we're gonna have to go the opposite way there.
It happened just for you these next 2 weeks.
Yeah, yeah, I love that. Yeah. All right, so we've got 3 on there.
All right. Well, if you're gonna do the last one, I'm gonna just tie the Santonio Holmes catch in with my first one.
Totally.
Because that game in and of itself is one of the greatest Super Bowls ever, in my opinion, my recollection. That drive, that throw by Ben Roethlisberger, and the focus by Santonio Holmes, just that whole sequence, I'll never forget it, and I can watch it over and over again. When I see that come up on YouTube or Twitter or whatever it is, X rather.
Yeah.
The other one I always think about is the throw, not the helmet catch, and not even the Edelman catch in the 2018 game.
Wow.
But the throw that Eli Manning makes to Mario Manningham down the left sideline, and I can't remember what, they were playing the Patriots, but I don't know which one it was. But he just threw an absolute seed in cover 2 down the sideline, and it was just a humongous moment in the game that really kind of sealed it. And
that's a quarterback mentality.
I want to say
I
want to say it led to Plaxico catching a touchdown, or I could be blending both those games together. But
yes,
I mean, Eli just threw an absolute dart, and Manningham, an Ohio guy who unfortunately went to Michigan, made an unbelievable catch.
Go blue. Don't do that. Okay.
I'm not a Buckeye anyway. So go Bearcats, baby.
Go Bearcats.
Yeah.
We're gonna dig into that one of these episodes upcoming. But there's a lot of moments left for me still. I some honorable mentions. I would put is it the catch to Dwight Clark? I'm pretty sure this is a little before my time, but that's on there. You mentioned the Edelman catch, the David Tyree helmet catch. I think is an all-timer.
Yeah, the Edelman catch is one that really sticks out to me too.
Yeah, this is a bit before my time, but and I know he didn't score on it, but the John Elway helicopter, it's up there for me. I just think, like, again, it's a big moment of that game. He spins around. I've got, you know the play.
I know. I feel like, and who am I to say, because I'm 37 while still playing, but
Yes.
I can remember as a kid thinking, like, look at this old man go. He just dives for no reason. I mean,
Yes.
not for no reason, but he wasn't getting in and just does that helicopter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, like, just embedded in my mind, too.
Totally. So
Yeah.
that's up there for me.
Yeah.
And then a sneaky one, now that I've seen the NFL Films version of it all, is when Aaron Rodgers basically baited Ryan Clark.
Dude.
I know it's a Steelers thing.
No.
Talk to me about that.
No, that entire game, if you're bored, if you love football, if you love quarterback play, if you love
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers, go watch that game on YouTube, like just the Green Bay plays. He was just throwing 50-yard handoffs to guys. I think Jordy Nelson, who was the other guy? Donald Driver.
Donald Driver.
I want to say they might have dropped like 200 yards in pass in that game. That game shouldn't even been close.
Was it Jennings in the end zone there?
Jennings, I mean, they had some dudes, but like they dropped 3 touchdowns. I mean, Rodgers was putting every ball in their chest 100 miles an hour the entire game. It was an unbelievable performance. Go watch that.
Go.
It was unbelievable.
Again, that touchdown, when I heard Ryan Clark's version, heard Aaron's version, kind of talking about it recently.
The seed right through the middle of the field?
Yes.
Dude.
Like, arguably one of the best throws of all time.
Yeah, Palomalu was back there too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Aaron said, watch this.
Dude. Watch the tape. Watch it.
Watch the
Everything
tape.
was a seed.
Film never lies.
Everything was a seed, man.
I
Everything.
love that.
Yeah.
And with that, we're going to wrap up episode 15 of Film Never Lies.